All right, let's look at the homework 2.7, problem number 6. All right, so let's find f prime of a for this given rational function. All right, so using the definition, so we have f prime of a is equal to limit as h approaches 0. All right, so we're going to have f of a plus h. So every time you see t in the formula, we're going to replace it by a plus h. So we have a 1 over, right? T becomes a plus h squared, and then plus 9, right? Minus f of a. So every time we see t, we put a in it. So 1 over a squared plus 9, and then all over h. Right. So first, we're going to take the common denominator of the fractions on top and combine them together. Right. So you have limit as h approaches 0. Right, so we're going to take the common denominator, so we could just multiply the denominators together. So you have a plus quantity a plus h squared plus 9 times a squared plus 9, right? Right, so since we multiplied the denominator of the first guy by a squared plus 9, we're going to have to do the same to the numerator. So 1 times a squared plus 9 is a squared plus 9. Right, there's a negative sign there, so this takes care of that guy. Right, so there's a negative sign there, so it's going to be minus. Right. Then we're going to have to multiply the numerator of this guy by the other denominator. So this is going to be, I'm going to multiply this out. A plus h squared would be a squared plus 2ah plus h squared. And then you have a plus 9. All right, so I guess I just need the parenthesis there. And parenthesis here, there. All right, so I'm going to do that. All right, then you have h on the bottom. All right, and then we can clean up. So you have a squared here minus a squared. We can cancel those. And then you have a 9 minus 9, so we can cancel those. All right, and then not much else. So we're going to clean up a little bit here. So you have a limit as h approaches 0. All right, so I'm going to combine this, denominator here and h because they're a division, so we can just put both of these guys on the bottom. So you have h here, then you have a quantity a plus h squared plus 9, and then you have a squared plus 9. All right, then if you look at the numerator here, so don't forget the negative sign here, so this guy is still there. So you have a negative 2ah and then negative h squared. Both of these guys have h in it, so I'm going to factor h out, and also maybe a negative sign too. All right, negative h is pulled out. You're left with 2a. And then you have another h, so you have h there. Right? Then we can cancel. H on the bottom and h on top. Right? Then we can let the h goes to 0. Right? So we can see that here this guy goes to 0, and this guy goes to 0. And so what's left would be, so this is going to give you, all right, so there's a negative sign there, so I put that. So that takes care of the negative sign here. Maybe I'll use a different color then. So maybe I'll just all right. So this there. Right, then you have a 2a on top, so I'm going to put 2a on top. All right, then you have, let's see, so you have a plus 0 squared, so a squared plus 9. You have another a squared plus 9, so you're going to have, so by combining those guys together, we're going to have quantity a squared plus 9 quantity squared. All right, so let's type it in. So we got negative 2a over quantity a squared plus 9 squared. All right, let's check the answer. All right, I came back and looks like we got this one correctly. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.